Hey guys, my name is Alex Barham, and today I'm going to be doing my first shoe review, the Palm Gradient 3.0. When Palm asked me to review these, I was sort of so-so. I'm an NRS ambassador. I don't know about being on the red team, checking out the blue team stuff. It seems weird to me, but I'm going to Chile and I'll give it a go. So I've been paddling for about 23 years now, and when I think back on what paddling footwear has been, it's basically all terrible up until relatively recently. I mean, uninsulated booties, then like maybe we got some rubbery grips on the bottom of booties, Chacos, Keens, they're pretty bleak. Last year, I've been paddling something that's actually from the military market, and what I really liked about it, I mean, it's just a shoe, but these lugs are magic. Instead of going for something that basically looks like a mud tire or something like that, I mean, you can literally see it spinning around on a car. For whatever reason, this works. This is a great platform. So when Palm asked me to review their shoe, I kind of knew what I was going to look for, and I was very happy at what I saw. The bottom of the Palm shoe is A, a Vibram sole, and B, it's got lugs going in two directions. So on the front of your foot, you've got a grab point and then lugs that are going this way, which means that when your foot hits, it grabs going forwards. I mean, literally, I can't slide it down my hand. That's ridiculous. But then the back side of the shoe has ones that are coming into the center. So what that means is this is not a shoe that only works when you're climbing. It also has a ton of grip if you push down on your heel and are going downhill. Absolutely brilliant little detail. Grip on these shoes, not a problem. One of the reasons I was stoked on the timing when they asked me about these shoes is because from the last time I was in Chile, I remembered that grip, slipping and sliding, mud, loose soil, super polished, smooth basalt rock. Shoes are so important there, and it's one of the toughest places I've ever seen to just stand or climb or walk. So about as harsh as you could get for that environment, this shoe crushed it. Basically, when everyone else was slipping and falling, I was fine. In fact, unfortunately, one of the guys on our crew shattered his collarbone falling off of a rock at the Nevados. I was fine. I always had grip. For everyone took a tumble when we were down there. I think I maybe slipped a little. That was it. As for the rest of the shoe, comfort-wise, absolutely brilliant. No complaints. Fit, finish is top notch. I have nothing I can really knock on this shoe at all when it comes to the construction, the materials, the thought process. Everything was brilliant. Weight-wise, this shoe is wonderfully light. It did not soak up water and get heavy. It dried out overnight every single time before we went paddling the next day. Absolutely beat on it as hard as I could for 2 weeks, and it looks still brand new. No signs of any sort of torn stitches, failing laminates, anything like that. Shoe looks brand new. It's just muddy. The one thing I think a lot of people are gonna have an issue with on this shoe is when they look at a photo of it, their expectation is going to be ankle support. And the reality is there's really no ankle support. This is all neoprene. The idea is that it's going to flex and be comfortable inside the boat. There are a lot of heavier duty shoes which look great, and then you can't actually get in the boat because there's pressure points that develops when this is too solid. So yeah, that's your trade-off. But for everything else this shoe brings you, if that is your deal breaker, that's your deal breaker, but it's a damn good shoe otherwise. Now, my one concern usually with anything that's neoprene in these shoes is just practice experience, right? If I'm pulling here, I'm going to destroy this part of the shoe. I'm going to rip the threads. I'm going to kill the adhesives. I'm going to stretch this out. No, in this case, you've got really well thought out pull loops that you can easily get your finger under. They're tied into the actual body of the shoe, front and back. And honestly, if you did kill the neoprene top, just take a pair of scissors and cut it off. It'll be good for a long time. I'm sure that's not what Palm wants me to say, but I say what I say. I can tell you that we had a 120-pound dog stealing this every other night and taking it across the property and playing with my shoes. yeah, if Bingo didn't destroy them, I think they're going to be fine. So they should definitely outlast pretty much everything else on the market, because that's the biggest problem with everything that's on the market right now, is not actually lasting in this price point. This seems solid. I think these are going to last at least 2 or 3 seasons without being much worse for wear. Really, I don't know what more I can say about a pair of shoes besides I'm actually going to be wearing these, and I'm stoked to have them in my kit. Excellent job. You know, between a paddle company making a shoe the way a paddler wants them to be made, and then having an actual Vibram sole, that's a super solid win. That's about as good as it gets for me. End all be all, this is a damn good purchase. I will be continuing to use these. I will be actually using a paddle shoe instead of a military shoe this coming season, which feels good because I'd rather support the industry. You know, I hope stuff like this keeps coming out, because this is a gear-based sport and solid gear makes it a better experience. It was probably pretty scary for them to partner with Vibram and do all this stuff and make such an investment into a high-end shoe when there's really one company that owns that portion of the market. And I'm glad they did. And I hope more people do the same thing, because there's obviously, this is proof that there's room for improvement. So hats off. But yeah, back to NRS. See you on the next one, guys. That's all right. Oh, we're doing the pour through, all mesh. Wait. Hang on, wait.
That's not working.
I got an idea.
You have a better shoe?
Yeah, wait. We're here. We're supposed to be reviewing this shoe. Let's see how it appears.
How does it boop here? That's an important aspect.
Important aspect. Okay. All right. Low spillage. We like that. Adequate volume. Yeah, girl.